Hey, church family, thanks for joining us again for today's Daily Devotional Tuesday. We're continuing to talk about encouraging one another. Yesterday, we kind of talked about how the writer here in Hebrews was encouraging people to continue to press forward in the midst of persecution and difficult times because Christ, he's good for his promise. He's good for his promise of eternal life with him and with the Father. But today we're going to look at how we have a part in encouraging one another. And so we're going to continue in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24, where we read, it says, "And let us watch out for one another to provoke love and good works." So really what we're looking at here, we're looking at this church. The church is, as we hold on to Jesus, we become a part of the family of God, right? The church as a family. And so as a part of a family, it is not it's not okay for us to just be worried about ourselves. As part of a family, we should care about our family members. We should encourage one another. And here the writer is specifically talking about encouraging others to love and good works, encouraging people to pursue Christ and to allow that love that exists from Christ in them to overflow to the world around them. Kind of pushing one another to be better than we once were. And we are responsible for doing that. We are responsible for pushing each other further, not in a way that is unrealistic and also not pushing people further than we've been ourselves. That would be hypocritical, but pushing people where we have been before, encouraging people to grow. And the reality is when we do that, that's just a small part of making disciples as we have fellow believers, people who are around us, and we push them to grow in their faith. We push them to love others. We push them to good works. When we do that, we're helping disciple those people. And I think also it's a good reminder to us that there was a time when someone pushed us, when someone encouraged us to love others, when someone encouraged us to good works for the name of Christ. And so for that reason alone, we should push others to grow. And then also we should push others to grow because Christ loved us and Christ has called us to do that. So our author gives us a couple of questions to kind of help us work through that. First question is, who has encouraged you in your faith, and how did they do this? So who is somebody that encouraged you in your faith? What ways did they help encourage you in your faith, disciple you? And the second question, how will you commit to encouraging a friend in their faith this week? I hope you'll take that question seriously. I hope even now you're writing down the name of a friend or someone that you know who's a believer who you could encourage in their faith, help push forward, help move along closer to Christ. I hope that you'll take that seriously. And as you are figuring that out, as you're working through who that friend is, as you're reminiscing on those who have encouraged you in your faith, church family, we want you to know that we love you and we're praying for you.